boy, a book to movie transition of vampires. How can that go wrong?
She's fragile as a fingernail. You could rip her in two.
Alright guys, the movie I just saw like 30 minutes ago, just finished it, was Vampire Academy. Now, this is a book to movie transition of a series that I really enjoy. And let's just say, as of late, I haven't really been enjoying the Hollywood's attempts of trying to make movies of my favorite novels. I'm talking to you, Mortal Instruments, and Percy Jackson. That name makes me cringe. But, Vampire Academy was actually done really, really well. And I was surprised. I went into this movie expecting it to be a load of crap. I expected to go in and absolutely despise this film in its entirety. But actually, I was quite surprised. Now, I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, and maybe give you guys a suggestion on whether you should see it or not. Okay, so first of all, I read the books. I loved the books. There's about 7, I think, all following the duo of Rose Hathaway and Lisa Dragomir.
When was the last time you ate?
Are you sure about this?
Bon appetit.
Which, the book to movie transition worked pretty well with this movie, I have to say. It followed the book rather well. There are parts that I don't remember, but, you know, it is a book to movie transition, and some changes will have to be made. I understand that. Now, I'm just going to start off with the bad first. If you've never read the books, you might get lost in this movie. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little. You know, I read the book, and I was a little lost. You're going to have trouble following the lore that it has, following the Strigoi, the Moroi, and the half human, half vampire fighters.
I heard you were good at taking on 2 guys at once.
Anyway, the thing that was kind of bad about this movie was, you know, just gonna state the obvious, it's following the vampire love story craze. Not as bad as Twilight, and trust me, I might talk about those movies later. This one actually didn't focus as much on the romance, the main romance anyway, but the movie does follow something that we know is like the worst thing you could ever imagine in school.
Gossip.
And, well, as the book followed that a little bit as well, this one didn't get too monotonous with it, and it did it rather well. My main issue with this movie was just, actually, the main issue was just that the beginning was a little rushed, and a couple of the actor choices, like the people to play the book characters. I didn't really like the character of Christian Ozera. I didn't like the guy who played him. He looked too much like Edward Cullen from the Twilight, the Twilight movies. He looked too much like that. Other than that, everybody else surprisingly did very well. I liked the actress that played Rose. I liked the actor that played Dimitri. I liked them both. They did everybody but Christian did a pretty good job. And that's not to say Christian wasn't bad. I just didn't like the actor that they had portrayed him. The movie, the action was a little weird. Like, it had fast yet slow action scenes. And what I mean by that is that the action that's happening should be fast-paced, but it wasn't. It was kind of slow. They kind of flew through the air a little, just like when they throw them, it was weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really a little bit of a pet peeve. It wasn't really that big of an issue. The acting was top-notch, surprisingly. I actually got a couple of laughs throughout this movie.
Everyone saw that I tried to take the high road. Sort of.
And, you know, I expected to go into this movie, and imagine that the whole movie would blow, but it didn't. I was relatively surprised. I enjoyed the books a lot more, and this movie did a very good job. Would I suggest anyone watches? Yeah, but I would suggest that you read the book first. That's really the best thing I can say, because it does do it justice, and it was a lot better than some of the other book to movie adaptations. So yeah, I would give this a watch if you want an entertaining, 2-hour movie. That's about it. I'm Aninican2, and I'm out.